So we're presenting the first part of our report, which is the background of the issue. Electric vehicles or EVs are vehicles that use electric motor power by rechargeable batteries instead of petrol or diesel engines. EVs have become increasingly popular because they help reduce greenhouse gas emission, improve energy efficiency, and support sustainable transportation. As concern about climate change and air pollution continues to grow, many countries are encouraging the use of EVs through government incentive and the development of changing infrastructure. However, there are still several challenges such as the limited number of charging stations, high vehicle prices, and battery disposal issue. Therefore, improving charging infrastructure is essential to support the wider adoption of electric vehicles. Next, let's look at the current status of electric vehicles and charging infrastructure. Today, EV adoption is growing rapidly around the world due to technological advancement and increasing environmental awareness. Countries such as China, Norway, and Singapore are among the leaders in EV development because they provide strong government support and have well-developed charging infrastructure. In Malaysia, the EV industry is also growing steadily under the National Energy Transition Roadmap or NETR. The government has introduced tax incentive and encourage companies like Gentari, Charge EV, and Tesla to expand public charging stations. Although Malaysia has made good progress, challenges such as limited charging station, high EV price, and charging convenience still need to be addressed. Lastly, I will explain the technology used in electric vehicles and charging infrastructure. So first is the lithium-ion battery, which is the main power source for most EVs. It offers a longer lifespan, faster charging, and better energy efficiency. Second is the electric motor, which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Compared to traditional engines, electric motors are more efficient and produce zero tailpipe emission. Third is the charging infrastructure, which include level 1, level 2, and DC fast charging. Among these, DC fast charging is the faster option and is commonly found at public charging stations. Finally, smart charging allow users to monitor and schedule charging use mobile application, while vehicle-to-grid or V2G technology enables EVs to send electricity back to the power grid and helping improve energy management.
In this section, I will present the stakeholder analysis for electric vehicles or EVs and charging infrastructure. The development of EVs involves different stakeholders, each with their own roles, responsibilities, and interests. Their collaboration is important because it supports the growth of the EV industry and ensures the successful implementation of charging infrastructure. The first stakeholder is government agencies. The key agencies involved in Malaysia are the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry or MITI, the Ministry of Transport or MOT, and the Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation or MGTC. Their main role is to develop policies and regulations, provide financial incentive, expand charging infrastructure, and ensure safety standards are followed. These agencies are important because they encourage EV adoption, reduce carbon emissions, improve air quality, and help Malaysia achieve its sustainability goals. However, they also face challenges such as attracting investment, expanding charging stations nationwide, and ensuring that all EV infrastructure meets the required safety standards. The next stakeholder is transport operators. Their role is to introduce electric vehicles into their transport services, expand charging facilities, and improve the efficiency of transportation. From their perspective, EVs can reduce fuel and maintenance costs while creating new business opportunities. This also helps provide more reliable and environmentally friendly transport services. However, transport operators also face several challenges, including high initial investment costs, limited charging stations in some areas, and the difficulty of transitioning from conventional vehicles to electric vehicles.
Moving on with more stakeholder analysis in terms of passengers or consumer. Their role is as a primary end users who drive market demand and fund transport systems through fares and user fees. Their importance is critical to the project's commercial success. A lack of user adoption will render any transport innovation obsolete. For their perspective and priority, they demand guaranteed safety, affordability, reliable service, and seamless convenience in their daily commute. Next is environmental groups. Their roles are as watchdogs and advocates who push for ecological standards and sustainability. Their importance are to shape public opinion and lobby government bodies to enforce strict environmental compliance. From their perspective, they focus on lowering carbon footprints and minimizing wildlife disruption while critically assessing hidden manufacturing emissions. Last but not least, for the stakeholder analysis, there are community organizations. Their role are as grassroots advocates representing the welfare, safety, and interests of local residents and small businesses. Their importance are crucial for social license so that local residents can stall or halt major infrastructure projects. From their perspective, they focus on preventing property displacement and noise pollution while ensuring the new technology is socially equitable and accessible to all.
Now, let's move on to the impact analysis. Electric vehicles or EVs and charging infrastructure offers numerous benefits to various stakeholder groups. So firstly, which is the government agencies. Transitioning to EVs allows government agencies to achieve significant cost savings and price stability while streamlining administrative workflows through faster digital approvals. Additionally, it offers ministries measurable environmental proof of reduced pollution and strengthen national energy independence by reducing reliance on imported fuels. Next is transport operators. For transport operators, adopting electric fleets enables predictable long-term budgeting and maximize overall fleet uptime to keep operation efficient. It also helps extend battery life and driving range, ensuring vehicles remain productive and reliable for everyday logistics. Lastly is community organizations. Community organizations benefit from healthier and safer neighborhoods that boost local businesses by bringing in foot traffic to community hubs. Moreover, these transitions create opportunities for job upskilling and green leadership while ensuring equitable tech access across all socioeconomic levels. Despite the positive impacts of EVs and charging infrastructure, they also have negative impacts on each of these stakeholder groups. The first one is government agencies. Government agencies face significant financial and logistical challenge, starting with shrinking fuel tax revenues that create budget deficits. They must also manage surging infrastructure expenses to upgrade electrical grids and repair heavy EV road wear, alongside higher emergency response costs for battery fires and the complex burden of battery waste management. Next one is transport operators. For transport operators, transitioning to EVs involves a high upfront capital outlay for new vehicles and charging depots, coupled with reduced revenue capacity due to heavy batteries lowering legal cargo limits. Furthermore, businesses face operational and restriction from long charging times, as well as the steep financial burden of eventual battery replacement. The third one is passenger and consumer. Passenger and everyday consumers are hindered by high initial purchase price and daunting long-term maintenance expenses. Many face home charging restriction if they lack private parking, while also dealing with commute unpredictability caused by long public charging queues, range limitations, or service disruptions. Next is environmental groups. Environmental groups highlight that EVs carry major ecological drawbacks, including severe environmental damage from mining raw battery materials like lithium and cobalt. They are also concerned by inadequate recycling systems for dead batteries and grid-dependent emissions, where EVs simply shift pollution to power plants if the electricity grid relies on fossil fuels. Lastly is community organizations. Community organizations worry about the growing green divide that leaves lower income areas behind without adequate public charging infrastructure. Additionally, local residents face the loss of valuable street parking, potential displacement from rising living costs around charging hubs, and general local resistance regarding neighborhood changes.
Electric vehicles have several challenges. First, there are not enough charging stations, especially in rural areas, so drivers may worry about running out of battery. Second, EVs are more expensive than petrol or diesel cars because their batteries are costly. Lastly, charging an EV takes much longer than refueling a normal car. Depending on the charger, it can take from around 30 minutes to several hours. Electric vehicles also offer many benefits. They produce no exhaust emissions, which help reduce air pollution and supports environmental protection. Although they are very expensive to buy, they are cheaper to operate because electricity costs less than fuel and they require less maintenance. In addition, the growing EV industry creates more jobs in battery production, charging station installation, and vehicle maintenance while encouraging new technology.
Now I will present the proposed solution to overcome the challenge of electric vehicles and charging infrastructure. First, the government and private companies should expand their charging infrastructure by building more charging stations in cities, rural areas, highways, shopping malls, workplace, and residential areas. This will make EV charging more convenient and increase users' confidence when traveling long distance. Second, financial incentives should continue to be provided. For example, the government can offer tax reduction, purchase subsidies, rebate, and low-interest financing. At the same time, car manufacturers should produce more affordable EV models so that more people can afford to switch to electric vehicles. Lastly, charging technology should be improved. Investing in faster charging system and developing better battery technology can reduce charging times, increase battery life, and provide a longer driving range. This will make electric vehicles more practical and attractive for daily use. In conclusion, electric vehicles and charging infrastructure are essential for building a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable transportation system. Although there are still several challenges such as limited charging stations and high quality and long charging times, this issue can be overcome through cooperation between the government, private companies, transport operators, and consumers. With continuous investment, better technology, and supportive policies, Malaysia can encourage more people to adopt electric vehicles. So overall, EVs will contribute to environmental sustainability, economic growth, and a better quality of life for future generations. Thank you for your attention. That's all from me.